Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
What do we have today?
Uploading visuals, sir.
Had I had Brittany Renner in a meeting when I was in college, I might be about $15 million more richer.
Coach Prime says he would be $15 million richer if he knew about women like Brittany Renner in college. Welcome to Management Highlights Daily. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders appeared on the Club Shay Shay show with Shannon Sharpe. The thing is, Skip. I love this talk. You could see that friendship. Shannon was joking with Coach Prime and they went through all kinds of topics and then they dropped Brittany Renner's name. And I was like, this is pure gold. The link to the video is in the description. Check that one out first because we're gonna add commentary and highlights to this video, of course. Now it's time for us to dive into this and do what we have to do because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
You brought Brittany Renner in to talk to your players. What were you trying to accomplish by bringing her in, this social media influencer?
Brittany is a real woman.
Okay.
She keeps it 100. She keeps it straightforward. And she is a tremendous influencer on Instagram. Bringing her in to talk about game
Right.
from a woman's point of view
Right.
was unbelievable. Had I had Brittany Renner in a meeting when I was in college, I might be about $15 million more richer.
Coach Prime, thank you. Thank you. Thank you and thank you again. This is exactly what we do. We are highlighting this dating foolishness on a daily basis so you can learn to protect yourself at all times and avoid the mistakes we made in the past. Just like Coach Prime, I had to learn the hard way. If I knew what I know today, I would have avoided a lot of that foolishness we're highlighting on a daily basis. And I've said it many times before on this channel. Brittany Renner is must-study material. And you gotta give Coach Prime his flowers for doing something like this for the young guys that look up to him. The young guys that he can still influence before they make those life-changing mistakes.
Because she broke it down to these guys.
To her game and what she was trying to accomplish, and not her
No,
game,
just
but
the women. And she even told him, I got more, the coldest line she said, I got more checks in my DMs than Nike. I said, wow, wow.
Let's go back to that clip, fellas, and it hits differently after seeing Andrew Tate and Brittany Renner being guests on Just Pearly Things channel.
I mean, honey, like, I feel like my DMs, it's like a Nike store. There's nothing but checks. So it just, for me, I feel like when...
Hold on. They missed that game.
Nothing but blue checks.
They missed that game right there. She says like a Nike store.
It's like a Nike store. There's nothing but blue checks. So honestly, when you reach a certain status, you can have the pick of the litter. So for me...
She don't mean checks, paper. She mean blue checks.
I'm talking heavy hitters. Some of y'all's favorite rappers, NBA players, football players. It's like, to me, once you reach that level just of popularity, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. And for me, my whole journey on here, I felt like my life almost felt like I was in Disney World, like I lived in Disney World. Like, you get to skip the line, you get privilege, like people just want to be next to you. They don't even see you as human anymore. And you can either, you know, use it to your advantage and maybe abuse it, or you can, you know, try to make something happen. So a lot of guys who are in my DM, you're in my DM because I'm Brittany Renner. So naturally, if you play a sport, it's kind of like, well, that's an incentive to talk to you. A lot of times, women, men in general, everybody wants something.
Thank you.
Everybody wants something. So it's like, even if we both have our own thing going on, me still being with you is a good look because you boost my stock. Just like you boost my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I boost your stock, it's just that simple. It's kind of like a give and take, but you have to be aware of what you're signing up for. You want to make it to the NFL, and it's kind of like, you do understand there's a lot that comes with that, right? There's gonna, like, to be able to decipher who really loves you for you, I think that's like the billion-dollar question we're all wanting to know.
Do you understand why Brittany Renner was so quiet when Andrew Tate was putting in that work?
Like, men can smell it on you. They can just look at it and go, oh. And that's the way it works. So you have to be very careful as a female and sit and go, does this man truly deserve to fuck me? If you think about it, the answer 99% of the time, especially if you're promiscuous, is no. So when a woman is sleeping around with all these men, she's devaluing herself. She's devaluing herself, and the world knows, God knows, the universe knows. When a man does it, he doesn't devalue himself at all. That's just the way it works.
Do you understand why Brittany Renner was so quiet when Andrew Tate was putting in that work? Because she understands that she doesn't boost anyone's stock, and her DMs are no longer associated with a Nike store. She associates it with a thrift store right now, and she is embarrassed by it because she is Brittany Renner.
Who are in my DM, you're in my DM because I'm Brittany Renner.
That mean they at her.
Yes.
Okay, and she's trying to tell them how this is played out. She say, it's women out there that do their homework. They know everything about y'all because you tell on yourself on the gram and on social. So they know how to go get you. And you thinking you conquering it and you ain't, because it's all a plan.
You think you running game and they running game on you.
She was unbelievable. And I'm hoping, and I know, a few guys learned tremendously from her speech. She brought us, she opened a lot of eyes.
Did you see what Coach Prime did here? Again, check it out.
You think you running game and they running game on you.
She was unbelievable. And I'm hoping, and I know, a few guys learned tremendously from her speech.
He brought Brittany Renner in as an example of the kind of woman you need to look out for. Yet, he never accused her of running game on men. PJ Washington. He praised her, said nothing bad about her, even though he said if he had Brittany Renner in college, he would be $50 million richer. Coach Prime is a class act. He knows exactly what he's doing. In this world, you gotta use your words carefully. And that's why we're here, as an addition to these videos, to say the things that are not said, to highlight what is not highlighted, and share the information so it can reach more people. Because you need to protect yourself at all times.
This is how the game is played. Please know that. We putting you up on game. Because some of y'all gonna make it. I hope, pray all of y'all make it, even if you make it in the business world. That's a whole nother category of game. In that world too. They just dress it up a little different.
Yeah.
The game is the same. Only thing changed is your names.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.